We are just about 48 hours away from Bryant facing off against Maryland in the NCAA men's lacrosse quarterfinals. Of course, that match will be Saturday at noontime on ESPN2. Hence, we have a special NCAA Lax edition of our Geico Google Hangout series. So thanks for joining us today, folks, and it's almost time to get to it. First, I have to remind you that today's NEC Google Hangout is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com. It is now my pleasure to welcome in today's featured guest from Bryant Men's Lacrosse. He's an all-NEC goalkeeper. His name is Gunnar Walt. Gunnar, welcome to the program. This is actually your second Google Hangout in less than 24 hours. Last night you sat down with two of your teammates and spoke with Inside Lacrosse. Of course, you had that Google Hangout. You have this one today. You've been featured in ABC News, the Providence Journal. Is all of this attention getting a little old? Is it tiring you out yet, or what?
It's all right. It's not too bad. You just kind of take it as it is, and just don't really focus on it too much. The big goal here is advancing and get into the semifinals, and we're so excited, this team, and ready to get after it on Saturday afternoon.
Now, Gunnar, you're one win away from the Final Four. I mean, has that set in yet? I mean, has that even settled into your mind? I mean, one win away from the Final Four is an incredible opportunity.
Right. I mean, we've been talking about it all day. Yesterday, the day before, it's unbelievable to make it to this stage, make it this far, and we're not done yet. Our main goal last year was to make the NCAA tournament. We did that. This year, we're taking another step by winning our first NCAA playoff game, and we don't want it to stop. We're going to try to keep on going, go all the way.
Now, you guys are 16-4 this year. You've beaten a number of top 20 teams. You've beaten Albany and Drexel. They were both in the NCAA tournament. They both advanced. Of course, the marquee win over the number 2 national seed Syracuse this past Sunday night. I just want to ask you, what has made this team so successful? You're winning 80% of your games, and as we mentioned before, you're knocking on the doorstep of the Final Four. How has this team done it?
I mean, it starts from the top with our coach. Coach Pressler's unbelievable. He's been doing this for 30-some years now. He knows exactly how to get certain things, certain level of play out of his players. And I think it starts with him. It trickles down to us. We're a resilient bunch, really tough group of guys, and it shows by our play. During practice, we get after it each day. The off season is unbelievable. It's really tough. It's grueling, but it's the benefits are obvious, and they're really exciting this time of year.
Now, you mentioned the off season, and it leads me to this question. Obviously, in the preseason and in the off season, even up until now, you are the Northeast Conference champion, and we do have some competitive lacrosse in the Northeast Conference, but you're not the ACC champion, and you're not Johns Hopkins, you're not Syracuse. So naturally, people on the outside, they may view you as a bit of an underdog, as a bit of not expected to see Bryant advance this far. But when you and the Bulldogs were working out in the offseason, and then when the preseason came, was this a realistic goal? Was advancing possibly to the Final Four and, hey, even going all the way, was that on your mind from day one?
I mean, it's funny because our Coach Pressler gives each player a sheet and like personal goals, team goals, and we have to fill it out. And we meet with them individually and talk about them. And I know everybody's list had advancing in the NCAA tournament, making it, obviously winning the conference and winning one of those games, and to do that is it's unbelievable right now. So everybody, you got to have that mentality. If you go in there expecting to win and confident that you're going to win, then you have a good shot of it. If you go in there thinking, all right, we just made it, this is good enough, it's not going to happen. So being confident and just following the leadership of Coach Pressler, really, it's been remarkable.
Well, let's go back to that marquee win Sunday night against Syracuse. I have to ask you personally, because you made 13 saves, including that save on Donahue with 2 seconds to go. And, of course, Bryant holds on for the win, 10-9. And I see you on camera thrust your hands into the air. Have you had any better feeling than that in your athletic career, than that moment when the zeros came on the scoreboard and Bryant won the game?
No, absolutely not. You can't compare that feeling to anything you've done. I mean, that's the biggest stage. You're at the top level of collegiate lacrosse right now, and you're on national TV. You can't beat it. It was unbelievable. And I know everybody in the locker room was so happy and so jacked up for it. It was pretty cool.
And me personally speaking, it was pretty cool to watch. I was at home watching on ESPNU, and you'll get another chance to play on national TV this Saturday at noontime on ESPN2. So I'm definitely looking forward to tuning into that one. I have to ask you a question about one of your teammates. Obviously, Kevin Massa, he's as close to automatic as it can get in that face-off circle. Obviously, 7 seconds left. Bryant's up 1. They have the face-off. You know, Mazza can win it and end the game. But did you tell Mazza, hey, you know, let this one go. I got it. You know, just so you can make that spectacular save at the end. Was that how you guys had it planned out, or what?
Of course. I mean, that's easy. No, but yeah, he's unbelievable at what he does, and to be that efficient and to do what he did all year is remarkable. And you know, I was in his ear in that huddle. I was just saying that this is what we're playing for. This is what we dreamed of. So just go out there and do it. Unfortunately, he didn't win it clean, but you know what? And the scoreboard at the end of the game, we won, and it didn't matter what happened or how it happened. It's just we're advancing. So everybody's real excited.
You did survive in advance, and that's the key at this time of year, as we know, and as I'm sure Coach Pressler preaches to you guys. Just a couple more quick questions before we let you go. I know you have a bus to catch. You have to head down to Long Island, playing at Hofstra, playing Maryland at Hofstra this weekend, so we'll let you go. But first, a freshman, Tucker James. What about this guy? I mean, he steps up on a national stage. He's a rookie, and it seemed like he was just such a cool cat on Sunday night, unrattled and finding the back of the net in a number of key spots. What has made Tucker James so successful at the collegiate level so quickly?
I mean, I think his experience, getting that first start, getting the start from the start of the season, and playing in these top-notch games against Drexel, Albany, all these unbelievable programs, and just gain that confidence. I mean, the biggest thing with playing at this level is confidence. You got to have that mindset that you can hang with the big players, you can hang with the big programs, and the more you play, the more experience you get, the confidence level rises. And he was unbelievable, absolutely stellar Sunday night.
And of course, Tucker will get a lot of credit for scoring the goals. You know, the offensive players tend to generate those stats and get attention. And then, of course, you in goal, you get a lot of attention for making 13 big saves. But I want to ask you about another important component of the team. As we know, you have a good back line playing in front of you. What can you say about the defenders that you have back there helping you out on defense, and what have they meant to your performance over the course of this season?
I mean, they're the exact and the main reason why we're having such a good year. Those guys are unbelievable with Grotti, Connor Dent, Kyle Mumau. They just each game they raise their level of play and just absolutely stifle offenses. And all the credit goes to them. I mean, they make my life 10 times easier, and they're great at what they do. And I couldn't ask for any better players in front of me. You got to throw in the D-middies in there as well with Ralph Gorn, J.K., Bruce, Cody O'Donnell, Jerry Caden, Willie Gould. All those guys are just when they're just working as one unit, it's good stuff. It makes my life 10 times easier.
And you mentioned that you couldn't ask for better teammates. Also, I don't think you could ask for better fans. The Bryant fan base has been fired up all year, from football season through basketball, and now into the awesome spring that all of the teams on campus are having. But let's talk about this Bryant fan base for a minute. I noticed watching on TV, I saw a number of your fellow athletes made the trip to support you at Syracuse. I saw quarterback Mike Westerhouse. I saw a women's basketball player, three-point specialist Courtney Schisler, who may have gotten more TV time than you did, Gunner. She was all over that broadcast. But anyway, the point being, your fellow athletes come out, they make the long trip to Syracuse to support you. What does that mean to you and the team, and how did that feel looking up in the Carrier Dome and seeing so many friendly faces there for you guys on Sunday night?
I mean, it's unbelievable. The support we get, it's, as you said, it's been throughout the whole season. Our home game's been filled with, our stands been filled with fellow athletes, students here, and to have their support just means the world to us. They're some of the best, I think, some of the best fans of college lacrosse right now. We travel well. Our school put on. We got 3 buses to bring them down. They fed them. It really speaks to how much this school and the fans invested into our program. It's pretty cool. It's awesome to see.
And I assume you'll be expecting that support again Saturday at Hofstra. Does Bryant Athletics or the university or any of the groups on campus, do they have plans to make the trip down to Long Island?
It's going to be a little tough this Saturday because actually it's graduation for all the seniors. So they have that starting at like 10 or 11. So we'll be missing some of the seniors, but hopefully some of the underclassmen will be able to get out there. And I actually heard that our president might be showing the game during graduation on one of the screens, on the projector screen. So it's pretty cool. I might not get them there physically, but we know they're behind us, they're supporting us, and that's what really counts.
Definitely, that's pretty cool. And I assume that the senior lacrosse players who will be playing at Hofstra rather than walking at graduation, they had a special ceremony for them to honor them?
Yes, they had them along with the men's baseball team, women's softball team, who also made the tournament, which is unbelievable. Another great feat, another great accomplishment for this program and this university. They had a graduation yesterday. They had a thing with our president and wore the cap and gown, got their diploma. So they definitely did it right for them, all the players that are advancing in the postseason.
So they got their diploma, and now they're headed down to Long Island to hopefully get another win and advance even further into the NCAA Men's Lacrosse Tournament. Gunner, it was my pleasure to be joined by you this morning. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you the best, and I'm really looking forward to watching you guys on ESPN2 come Saturday. I assume you're pretty fired up to put the pads on and get out there.
Absolutely. Saturday can come quick enough.
All right, perfect. You heard it from Gunner Walt, the 2014 NEC Defensive Player of the Year. He and the Bryant Bulldogs, they've already beaten Siena, they've already beaten Syracuse, and now they're eyeing down Maryland. So watch the Bulldogs and Gunner Walt Saturday, 12 o'clock, ESPN2. Thanks for joining us. This was a special NCAA Lax edition of our Geico Google Hangout series. Until next time, folks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No, thanks a lot.